beautiful swing, and the result is every bit as good.
Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up, it's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
Ooh, the big bopper got a hold of one there. 325 yards. Hello there. Frank, what's the best way to get at this first hole?
Ideally, you want to go with a short iron. Makes it easier to keep the ball on the right level. Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
He's making the game look very simple right now. See it, hit it, and he's got it right on track. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. In red figures at 1 under par. That's a birdie for McIlroy. He's just so explosive. Second hole, it's a par 5.
You'd think birdie or eagle off this tee. We've seen a lot during the Players' Championship, but once again, you have to move that tee shot right to left. But be careful of those pines. Oh, that's fine.
That is a really good tee shot right there, Frank.
I think that tipped the 300-yard mark. Tom Weiskopf was one of my idols growing up. I loved the way he swung. That swing right there reminds me of my idol.
And it looks like Rory McIlroy, Frank, sticking. Frank, this one's offline.
There's rough and thick stuff over there.
In the thick stuff.
Thick? It's brittle out there.
Now the game's #1 player, Rory McIlroy, ready with his approach. This could be a good one. And a chance for eagle after that perfectly played shot. This requires a lot of speed through the ball.
It's no snack, though.
Nice solid start to the round. Tee to green looks to be in command.
Yeah, it's surprising. I thought he might have been a little shaky out of the gate, but certainly proved me wrong.
-2 early in the round. Now the par 3 third.
Not overly long, but 2 is a rarity here. Difficult green, and you don't see a lot of tee shots actually finish close here for some unknown reason.
Frank, at this, the highest level, stroke play, really it seems to me to be all about not wasting shots because the margin for error is so razor thin. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie. Safely on deck.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. You have to like that. 4 under. Just a couple of feet.
Great too.
Beautiful. Frank, how important is positioning off the tee here?
Well, we saw a positional tee shot at 1 and 2. This is another one here at 4.
Well, this is a humbling game, isn't it, Frank?
Well, shots like that, not to be proud of.
Nicely played shot, about 310 yards down the fairway. This just 80 yards away. Frank putting it all together today. What a nice performance.
It's been like a clinic so far.
Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot. Maybe get away here with par.
Oh no, look out, Frank. I think he flushed that one.
Oh, this is going, gone.
Frank had hit the green, but just didn't have enough backspin.
Yeah, you wonder what he was thinking on that.
So, third shot now for Rory McIlroy. Just a superb shot.
You're not going to see much better than that all day today.
And setting up here in the rough. "17 for most professionals, Frank, is a wedge or at most a 9-iron. That's a simple shot. What makes it so difficult?
Well, several things. The fact that the color of the hazard is yellow, which is a water hazard, so if you know your rules, then if that ball lands on the green and pitches in the lake, you have to go to a drop zone. You don't get to just drop it on a piece of land. And so even for the best players in the world, there's intimidation and there's embarrassment at stake.
You know what I love about 17? It is really simple. Wet or dry. And on Sunday afternoon late, win or lose.
You know, this is not heading in the right direction.
It looks like it's going to be in the rough. So that sets up a tougher second shot. Missing the fairway with the drive, now in the rough. Well, this one has a chance to be really good. Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living.
Now playing the second here at the par 4. That is an unusual golf swing, but those have worked throughout time. Lee Trevino, Ray Floyd, Jim Furyk. They've done all right, haven't they? Frank, not close, but from that line, not bad.
Oh, that's excellent. Seriously, given the conditions, Rich.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. And getting ready for the putt. Frankie took plenty of time on this birdie putt. He looked at it from 3 different angles. He forgot one very important ingredient.
Yeah, pace. You can definitely fall in love with the line, even with approach shots as well, but obviously we see it more on putting.
Continues to amaze, yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Just a little tap in here. In for par. Hole number 6, 393-yard, par 4. What's in store for us here, Frank?
Another one really where you're just trying to poke it down there. When you stand on that back tee, there's an overhanging limb that you just get an eye of. So if you try and hit that ball a little too low, that's going to encourage a miss hit.
Right out of the center of the bat.
Did you hear that?
Nice long tee shot there and a good lie, Frank.
This is definitely not going down the fairway.
It doesn't look good. I think it's going to be in the deep rough. Frank made this hole just a little bit harder hitting it into the rough.
I would say a lot harder.
Second shot from the rough. It's on the way. On the green, we're looking at a birdie opportunity. Setting up for another approach, our featured golfer has continued that excellent play from earlier in the round.
Indeed, there's no better feeling in the world than when you know you're firing on all cylinders. Hitting fairways, second shot's just going straight at the flag. Right now, everything is working.
Boy, this could be a tough one right here, Frank.
It's a very long putt, Rich. Obviously, it's difficult, but he still has a shot to sink this one for birdie.
Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
Not a gimme, but well within his range. Good work right there, now to 6 under. Locked in on the read and the speed. They'll take it. That's a par. Seventh hole here at TPC Sawgrass generally plays into the wind, one of the stadium course's most difficult greens to hit, Frank.
It's a really weird tee shot here. You have those 3 little pot bunkers down the right, and then that bunker that meanders once again all the way down the left side. The bunker that's just slightly right of the canal. Very awkward angle. He goes after it like he is here.
I mean, that is one of the hardest drives I have ever seen. Just let it rip. Frank, I know you like boxing. That was some heavyweight power right there.
Smoked it.
I mean, he just blasted it down the fairway, well over 325 yards.
That's an absolute beauty.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Oh, can't hide the flag stick from that man. Ready for a second shot, trying to knock it on the green. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Starting to move in the right direction. 5 under after that made putt. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. TPC Sawgrass, the fabled stadium course designed by the legendary Pete Dye. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo. Here at the 8th, Frank, most players are happy walking out of here with a par 3.
And the reason why, it's a very narrow entry to this green. It's just littered with bunkers around, left, behind, to the side, and even short. Once you get further up the green, though, even though this is sort of an undulating green, it starts to widen up. So don't get trapped into just looking at the front of this hole.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot. Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
He can really get red hot with a putter. Let's see what McIlroy does. 8 is not enough. That is 8 under par with that birdie. So they'll tap in. So a drop shot. Frank, the 9th is really a good par 5, isn't it?
There's so many options here. Just play it away, sort of 3-wood it down there, then go to the right and sort of wedge it on the green. But it's very tempting, especially in the right wind conditions. And that's if they're coming over your shoulder for a right-hander from right to left. Then this par 5 is very reachable.
Well, this one's sweet, Frank.
Super. Well, that's got to be 300 yards, isn't it?
That's a good spot right there.
Center cut.
Playing his second shot here at the par 5.
There's a bunker over there.
I think he's headed for it. Well, he'll have to get up and down from the bunker to save his par. Frank, when you think layup shot on a par 5, you think it's easy. This isn't necessarily that simple, is it?
No, you've got to keep the ball to the right. Otherwise, those overhanging limbs on those trees on the left, they become havoc.
Appears to be tracking well. And a chance for eagle after that perfectly played shot. All right, so greenside bunker. What's he looking to do with this shot, Frank?
Well, really you have to look at the amount of green you got to play with. You don't have to try and fly the ball right by the flag. Allow it to run. Plus, if you can get it to run like a putt, you never know. It might just go in.
Down, little Sheba, down!
Well, just a little too much, Rich.
I don't know if it was wind at his back, he didn't calculate it, but he's going to be left with a difficult chip shot here. Frank, a little chip shot here from the fringe. Now, a lot of options. I've seen some players hit 6-iron, others will shut down like a sand wedge.
Yeah, there's two schools of thought. Some people just try and perfect like one club, but really the best chippers chip with a variety of clubs.
Settles in over the putt. This can be a cruel game at times. Well, he's not going to be real happy with that. Wow.
Now it's that sneaky distance.
Par for McIlroy, but you're just waiting for that moment when he hits that accelerator and pulls away. Just a couple of feet. Continues to amaze, yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Well, that was a nearly flawless performance on the front side, but Frank, we know it's an 18-hole game, isn't it?
That's right. Now's not the time to pat yourself on the back. There's something about a well-hit shot.
Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living.
Second shot now at the 10th, and again, Frank, accuracy is at a premium.
Yeah, gone are the days to sort of thrash it out of the trees like Phil Mickelson. Ideally, coming out of that fairway, you're hitting to a green that moves to the right, so that makes it a little bit more difficult than what the mind's eye first sees.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on that. Easy birdie.
Nice position, short grass, second shot. don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Six under par now. Will make birdie if this drops. Well into red figures at 9 under for the round. All right, hole number 11 here at the TPC Sawgrass, 558 yard, par 5. No shortage of options, no shortage of hazards, Frank.
If there's one hole at TPC Sawgrass where you can literally leap out of your shoes, this is it.
Officials are calling that one around 310 yards. So the shot has landed. I'm not sure if it's on the mulch or in the mulch. Either way, it's in a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, he doesn't have much of a shot you left.
Frankie could make eagle right here with a really good approach shot.
Yeah, well within his reach, too. And, Rich, if we just sit back and relax here, I think we're going to see perhaps a very good look at eagle coming up.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. That was just a gutsy shot right there, and a good look at eagle coming up. I'll make this about 100 yards. Third shot. This one just requires a little bit of focus.
You'd like that one again? You want to know the difference between good scores and average scores? That.
Yeah, right there. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Wow, he got robbed, Frank.
No, it's like kissing your mother-in-law.
On fire right now. 7 under par. Clean this up with a tap. Did the job right there. Up now, hole number 12. It's a short one, 358 yards, par 4.
This can catch you off guard. If you just try and hit the ball on the fairway, if you're on the middle of the fairway or the left side, you will have a blind second shot. So ideally, hit it down that right side of the fairway if you want to see the flag.
Frank, did you hear the sound of that coming off the club face?
It was like a cannon. That's an absolute beauty.
This drive down the left side, Frank.
Yeah, it creates a blind second shot because of the mounds in front, so a little bit of guesstimation coming up here, but still only a short iron.
Good-looking shot right here. Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
And he's set up for his second shot here, looking to knock it on the green. Getting set now over the putt. A great roll right there. Just a pure stroke right in the heart. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Frank, 17 gets so much attention here at the TPC Sawgrass, but 13, par 3, is exciting in its own right.
It is, and it's actually more difficult than 17. One of the reasons it's longer, and also the green here. 17 obviously has two sections in it, front and top. This has, I don't think there's a flat piece on it. And every now and again we watch a ball roll all over this green and actually find the cup for the odd ace.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Not terrible, but not his best.
Yeah, outside chance really for birdie, but really it was a rather poor approach shot.
This is a cross-country special. Looks like he just misread that. He can really get red hot with a putter. Let's see what McIlroy does. Well, in the words of the late, great baseball commentator for the Yankees, Phil Rizzuto, it's time for holy cow, Whitey. That's 11 under par. That is a solid par putt. Frank, Tiger certainly had his adventures here at 14.
Well, we'll never forget that. Spun it left. In the end, was very, very lucky to get away with 6. Had it been 7, Garcia might have just caught him at the post. But he will, and we will, never forget 14.
That appeared to be a good strike right there, Frank.
Oh, good. It's just towering. Look at that hanging in the sky.
That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
Frank, halfway home on maybe the toughest par 4 in the golf course.
Yeah, for some reason, for such a big green, it's always hard to get that second shot close.
Should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. He's making the game look very simple right now. See it, hit it, and he's got it right on track. Let's see what McIlroy does now with his second. Settles in over the putt. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been. This from 7 feet. Building something very special at 12 under par. Just before we get to what they call the gauntlet, 16, 17, and 18, 15 requires all of your attention, doesn't it, Frank?
Personally, I think this is the prettiest hole on the golf course, Rich. I've actually often gone back there and taken pictures. Just a gentle dogleg to the right. You come out of the chute, seems to be a generous fairway. You just get a little view of the bunker down the right side, but virtually there's no lip there, so that's not a concern. The green, all sorts of weird and wonderful waves on it, well protected by a big bunker on the left, and there's two little pop bunkers out on the right that, well, if you're first time around, you might notice. Game's about rhythm. When you have good rhythm, it just looks effortless. To hit the ball 300 yards through the air, that easy.
Well, those are good numbers right there. 320, 320 yards. Just crushed it in the fairway. Good contact, good result. Getting set now for the approach at the 15th.
Yeah, good looking second shot here, but you've got to be precise. Hardly a flat spot on this green. Safely on deck.
Well, that's how you do it. Hit it close, take the pressure off that putt. That one should be no problem. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
And getting ready for the putt. Frank, I thought that was in. Came to the putt, excited to make birdie. Now, settle for par.
Yeah, a little change in the attitude right now. When you've let one go, you've got to really knuckle down there and make sure you don't drop a shot. It's important this one goes in.
In for par. So just a formality here. Knocking down all the shots today, now at 13 under. Now the start of the gauntlet, 16, 17, and 18. Par 5, 16. Frank, Tiger made birdie here all 4 days in winning in 2013.
Fred Couples made that fantastic eagle many years ago. Hole bends a little to the player's left. You don't have to hit driver here if you're a long hitter, but you really must move that ball right to left.
Frank, that is position A.
Yeah, the tee shot was like silk, Rich. I mean, just sets up that second shot so beautifully.
Frank, this is a crucial spot in the round. Second shot here at 16. What should he do?
Well, not to project too far forward, Rich, but if he could hit one full-blooded iron shot, one full-blooded second shot here, that might be the feeling that he takes through the closing 2 holes.
This one doesn't look good.
There's water over there.
He went for the brief swim there, Frank. He's trying to stay dry now.
He is, just trying to avoid water on the brain as well. This will take a good swing.
Playing his 4th shot after the 3rd was wet. 4th shot, wants to get this close.
There's a bunker over there.
I think he's headed for it. Not enough on that one.
Yeah, it just seemed to baby it.
Frank, he could make eagle right here with a really good approach shot.
Yeah, well within his reach, too. And, Rich, if we just sit back and relax here, I think we're going to see perhaps a very good look at eagle coming up.
Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. Really good distance control there, playing well to his strengths. Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Counted for an eagle from about 8 feet. Eight under par for the round. Through the years, Frank, there have been 6 aces here at 17.
But it's hard to imagine that the last one was back in 2002 by none other than the most interesting man in the game and probably the most interesting par 3 in the game. Now, this is not heading in the right direction.
No, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. 120 yards. Just a bit left of the hole location.
Should still be okay.
Terrific golf shot. And now that for an easy birdie. Second shot from the rough. It's on the way.
If you hit enough shots, every now and again, one's going to go in.
Crazy, crazy game.
Second shot.
He's made it. Now to the 18th hole here at TPC Sawgrass. 462-yard par 4. Frank, and another example of visual intimidation from the designer, Pete Dye.
Those wooden bulkheads that go all the way down the left side of 18 give you like an optical illusion, Rich. And there's not a single fairway bunker on the right to give you something specifically to aim at. So you've got to fixate on one of those trees. This is not a hole where you want to be looking at anything other than a specific target.
Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one.
He has just hammered this drive here at the 18th, and now he is in a really good position to make a birdie here on the final hole. He makes a great pass at the golf ball. It's powerful, but it's rhythmic at the same time. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. The bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
That is classy.
Yeah, chance of going in.
Frank, really challenging second shot here at the home hole, the 18th.
You have to be decisive going in here. You can see all the trouble in front of you. Water left, that mounding on the right. Neither place really is good to go. So somehow you've got to muster up your best shot.
Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Wow, I thought he made that. Oh, man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Just 5 feet left. Well, there's impressive, and then there's mind-boggling. We're at mind-boggling now. 10 under par. Routine stuff for Rory, that's a par. And that does it for us here at TPC Sawgrass. Great day, Frank.
Yeah, a chance for the players to play one of the golf courses that has become so famous over the last 25 to 30 years.
For my partner, Frank Nobilo, and our entire team, I'm Rich Lerner saying so long from the TPC Sawgrass and EA Sports.